In a few years, what will you do better than a computer? As science and technology continue to grow at an exponential rate, have you ever wondered how the workforce will be like 20 years from now? Amazon is just one of many companies striving to implement autonomy in their workforce. As the technology becomes cheaper to manufacture, companies are turning to machines to handle what humans normally used to do. An individual by the name of Francisco Solorzano, who has been working with industrial machinery for over 25 years, feels that adaptation to this change is key to our progression. Here is a bit of what he has to say.
How has the advancement in automation affected you in your work environment?
Well, in my case, it didn't affect me at all. It was beneficiary for me. It helps me to be part of the new revolution of the programming mode, which is robotics or automation. Unfortunately, for some other people, once we complete the work, there was this huge project on it, and it takes like 9 months to complete it. And at the end, there was this piece of equipment that it needs 20 people to be operated. And at the end, when the automated system was put in place, 16 people lose their jobs. So in my case, I was beneficiary because it introduced me to a new world of the programming, robotics, and automation.
So you think 20, 30 years from now, humans are not going to be working?
There are some jobs that still need the ability of the mind. Even if they say computers has hundreds of times, thousands of times quicker responses than the human mind, there are some things that cannot be taken away from the humans. And one of them was build the machine. They need a human to build the machine. They need the mind of the human being to put together the components that builds a machine.
Places such as NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, whom is the leading center in the U.S. for robotic space exploration, is one of hundreds of organizations whose development has been significantly furthered due to advancements in automation and robotics.
My name is Michelle Easter. I am a mechatronics engineer at the Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena, California. Oh, geez. Well, automation makes everything that we do possible for lots of reasons. One really big and obvious reason is that there's a huge time delay with our communication with anything that we put up in space just because of how far things are away from us. And without automation, we wouldn't be able to have any of our instruments or robots or anything really make progress at the rate that they can. Automation allows our systems to make intelligent decisions based on receiving information through feedback about everything that's going on around them. For example, Curiosity rover relies really heavily on the fact that it's partially automated. So it can drive around and make a certain amount of decisions on its own without relying so heavily on human interaction. Robotics is something that's been coming up really, really fast, and kids these days are learning a lot about technology and robotics at really young ages. And it's pretty cool because if you can introduce them to the idea of automation, it can give them a really great introduction to software, which is a super powerful tool for learning, not just for people who want to become software people or software engineers or whatever, but that kind of logical thought process is extremely valuable for problem solving across any application in any industry.
Will humanity manage to progress at the same rate as this rapid change, or will we be left behind?